Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of the Nebraska Cornhuskers Legacy here on NCAA College Hoops 2008. And we are ready for another 3-game set. We have Rutgers coming up, we have VMI coming up, and we have Oregon coming up. Oregon is, of course, a top 10 ranked team, but Rutgers is no slouch. They are 7-0. This could be a very tough team to knock off, and we're going to have our hands full, especially with Johnny Benzel, the junior shooting small forward on this team. He's a very good shooter for Rutgers, but right away they're going to get a steal off the inbound to take a 4-2 lead. So we have a lot of work to do. Here's a nice inside play. Maric on the assist there. That'll get it to an 8-6 game here. Big three from the outside for Anderson. It'll make it 9-8, but Benzel answers back with his own three. Gives his team the lead once again. Now Rutgers up 15-11, but a nice three from Anderson coming back the other way. It's a 1-point game, but Rutgers going to get the bounce around. That is Benzel. He's close to 10 points already in this first half. Daganduro from the outside. Big time three. Needed to hit it. It's 18-17, and inside play there for Rutgers. It's a 1-point game. Here's Wickland from the outside. He can't make it, but Maric off the rebound will get the putback, and we take that 1-point lead. Still holding the 1-point lead. Here's Daganduro inside. Great play, great drive. We're up 2 at this point. Here's another rebound. Maric is going to take the shot and make the shot. So a 4-point lead for us, but a nice three outside from Benzel. Now it's just a 1-point game, but Cookie with the cookies. He would make a three. We got a 4-point lead with 2:51 to play first half. Outside shot, Benzel with his 12th point of the game. It's a 1-point game right now. Here's Anderson, mid-ranger shot. He gets it to go. 3-point game. Benzel can't hit the three, but a nice putback for O'Sullivan. And we have a 1-point game. Maric, inside work, but it's going to end up with Harley for the mid-range shot, and it's, again, a 3-point contest at 1:34 to go in the half. You can see there, Merritt with a nice three. Rutgers now up 2 at this point in the game. Anderson hits the three before we go into the half. It's a 37-36 game. Very tightly contested game so far between these two squads, but Nebraska shooting 55%, but they're only 5 of 14 from beyond the arc, so not their best 3-point shooting game. They also have more turnovers than Rutgers, so keep an eye on that as we go here into the second half, and it's 41-40. And Rutgers with the nice drive from Wong. They'll take a 1-point lead. Nice outside three ball there for Nelson. It's a rare thing for him to hit a three, but when he does, it really lifts this team. Inside, Maric off the rebound. It's a 4-point game right now. And look at this. Just got to love Mackinson doing that. And then outside shot here. And Rutgers takes their 1-point lead. But Nebraska gets it right back with a very long 2, and now inside play, and Nebraska gets a 3-point lead at this point. 9:06 to play. It's still a 3-point lead for Nebraska, and outside for Strobridge. He will hit a three, so not a lot that we see from J.R. Strobridge, one of our bench players, but he provides a little spark off the bench there. Here's Anderson with an open three. He will hit. 6-point ball game at this point. Rutgers gets a three right back, and they're right back in it, just down 3 points. So here's Harrington. He's looking to go from the outside, but he is contested here. So gonna move, gonna pass it inside and get the easy bucket. So just a 1-point game now for Rutgers. Inside, Merritt off the glass. They take a 1-point lead for the first time in a little while. Missed by Maric. Trying to go back up. Look at the steal here. And the put up by Nelson. Gotta love what Nelson was able to do there. He really does do some special things from time to time. The inside play there. Nice assist by Wong. That'll get Rutgers back up a point. But Daganduro from the outside will give Nebraska a 2-point lead with 3:28 to play here. Nelson going to pass it out to Harley. Mid-range shot. He will make it. 4-point lead, but now just a 1-point lead for the Huskers. And from the outside is no good, but the putback, Daganduro off the rebound. Good stuff off the glass. Anderson's wide open for three. He will miss, but Daganduro passes it back out to a wide open Anderson again. And a nice three ball. So a 4-point game in favor of the Cornhuskers. And look at this, mid-ranger danger for Anderson. It's a 6-point game. And Barrett trying to get Rutgers back into it, and he does with a big three. But after some fouls, it is a 7-point game. Just not really a chance here for Rutgers. Wong's going to pass it on the inside. Rutgers will take the points and foul, and there would be 2 more free throws in favor of Nebraska before this one was all done. Nebraska gets the win. Anderson with 21 points. He was 8 of 18 out there, but 5 of 12 from beyond the arc. So Anderson leads us with 21. Marge had 15 and 13. 1 a day for March, 12 for Nelson, 10 for Daganduro. He was 2 for 4 from beyond the arc. And Cookies was 1 for 4 from beyond the arc with 7 total points today, 8 assists. Barrett for them off the bench, 11 points. O'Sullivan, their center, 17 and 12. Very big game for him. As we move to take on the VMI Cadets. They are 3 and 6. We are 3 and 4, so they've played slightly more games, but they've won the same amount as we have. We're hoping to be able to win this one as they have Dillard, Fordham, Williams, Liu, and Armstrong going for them. We're going to keep our same lineup that has gotten us 3 wins in a row. Cookie starting it off with a deep three. Very nice shot from Cookies to start this one off. Daganduro going to pass it into Marich. Marich with the inside shot and the and one. He would make it 6-2 at that point. It's now 8-2. There's a big three for VMI and Williams. Really good shot there. Now, 3-point game. Inside play. Daganduro, he would pick up the foul as well. It's 11-7 at this point. Fordham from the outside. And he makes a big three to get VMI within 1. But however, VMI now at 15-10 they're down. And they make another big three to get themselves back into this one. So a 2-point game, and VMI will tie it with the long 2. Now passing around, looking for a shooter. They find one. They take the lead. But now, way later on, Nebraska up 28-26. Still a close game here. And it is going to be passed over to Fordham. Fordham, who made that big shot earlier, he's looking for a lane, and he actually drives in and gets the shot. Unbelievable take from Fordham. He would take another long 2 here and get it to go to tie the ball game at 30. Midway through the first half. Now passing around, looking for Wickland for 3, 33-30 at that point. It's now 39-34 in favor of the Cornhuskers. There's a nice shot. Nice from the free throw line, but now it's 45-39, and a steal here. It's Petroskas. He's going to take it all the way and dunk it home. 8-point game in favor of Nebraska. Long shot VMI. They can't get it to go. Passing around, looking for another 3, and can't get it to go before this halftime. It'll be an 8-point lead for the Nebraska Cornhuskers at 47-39 going into the half of this one. 57% for the Cornhuskers. Only 2 of 11 from beyond the arc. But they are just getting the good shots on the inside of the paint to maybe open up some things on the outside later on in this game. So there, nice take for VMI. But it's a 9-point game at this point, 14:06 still to go. And a big shot for Vilander. We haven't seen Vilander really do a lot, but there he makes a big shot. Here's Vilander again, so he gets a couple threes in this one. And then Cookie with the cookies on the inside, going up where Grandma hides the cookies. It's a 62-51 game at this point, and Nebraska hits another 3 there. VMI just trying to keep pace and at least just keep scoring. We have a 6-point game at this point. Anderson going to try and start the pass around the arc, and Wickland finds an open spot. Daganduro with an open 3, and it's getting a little out of hand for VMI here. 77-65, and a nice drive for Wickland. So now Daganduro, he's going to pass it around. It's going to end up in the hands of Anderson, who will pass it around. Back again, Dagunduro with the open three, and that's a huge dagger in this one. 84-70, now at 88-70. And Dagunduro is going to put it in the 90s for Nebraska. Just no chance here for VMI. They got blown out of the arena in the second half of this one. 92-76 right now. VMI will take their final shot and make three, but it's a 92-79 final score in favor of the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Dagunduro, 21 points, 4 of 9 from beyond the arc. Very good percentage for him. 14 points for Cookie Miller, 21 for Dagunduro, 7 and 10 for Nelson, and 10 and 13 for Marich. So the big men really getting it done. Not to mention Petroskis off the bench with 10 and 6. Wickland, 15 points off the bench. So some bench players really coming up big in this one. And that's what Nebraska's going to need to get these dubs against these bigger teams like the 9-0 Oregon Ducks, ranked in the top 10 of the nation. And we're 4-4. So we have battled back from 0-4 to 4-4. And now, looking to take on this strong Oregon lineup, Adrian Booker leading the way at point guard. But look at this, big dunk from their center to start off the ball game. It's 2-0. So now from the outside, it's Anderson with the 3-2. Now at 5-2, and Oregon would get the tie with a 3-ball, the assist from Booker. Here, a nice steal for Nebraska and a big-time dunk by Anderson. Now we're up 9-6. There's a nice take for Booker, and it'll be 9-8. So now Oregon with another shot right there. It's Hairston, that is, and a big shot. It'll be 9-10. But from the outside, Belander really finding his groove now off the bench with this team. So it's at 14-12. Pass inside to Pope with the dunkaroo. 14-14. Oregon would take the lead on that one. The assist from Bugs on that. And Belander from the outside. He just cannot have it. So a big three from him. He's really providing a hell of a spark off the bench in this one. High off the glass for Oregon. They'll take the lead by a point. But a very easy take there for Nelson. And he will get us on top by a point. Now Oregon on top by 1. There's a miss. Nice putback attempt and good from Battle. So Harley going to pass it out. Wickland with a wide open shot. It'll be 22-22 at this point. Oregon now up by 2, and Wickland with the big 3 to give Nebraska the 1-point lead. Now Nebraska just down by 2, that is, at this point, and here's a big pass for Oregon. They would get that and the foul, and Oregon starting to take a little lead here end of the first half. Big mid-ranger by Strobridge. He gets the friendly bounce. It's a 1-point game, and Nebraska, Dagunduro, puts them up by 2 with a big shot there. So a 4-point game, and Oregon can't get it to go at the end of the half. It'll be a Nebraska halftime lead despite Oregon's really great start. 35-31. Field goal percentage is very close, but the three-pointers are nowhere near each other. Nebraska hitting way more than Oregon is. Here's a big one for Booker, and he starts off the second half right for Oregon. Inside, Brady, he would get it to go. And Oregon starting off this second half the right way as they've got themselves a little bit of a lead here early on. So here Oregon passing it around the horn. A 3-ball, it's good. It's a 4-point lead in favor of the Ducks. So now here's a pass out. Marich, not really going to be a 3-ball shooter, so they get it over to Sek Henry off the bench. Not a name you would have heard very many times before as he makes the big 3 there in a big spot. Here's another 3, Anderson to tie the ball game. And with 10:36 to go, we are tied at 45. Here's a pass outside to Hairston, big 3. And Oregon goes up 3 points. Dagunduro now trying to fight inside. He gives it to Nelson for a little mid-ranger. He misses. Dagunduro gets it back, gets it over to Marich. Marich will make the short shot for a 7-footer like him. Here's a 49-48 game and a big 3 from Wickland. So now Nebraska takes hold of this game. It's a 2-point lead when Anderson makes a 3. And when the passing is working like this, look at Cookie. A big 3 for Cookie Miller, and it's a 5-point game with just 2:14 to play. Hairston with the pass inside. Craigle with the big shot. It'll be a 3-point game, but Daganduro will miss it. Nice putback for Nelson, however. It's a 5-point game. Booker will find his way inside. It's a 3-point game until the big 3 from Anderson. So now at this point, a 4-point game, under a minute to play. And pass outside, Hairston, big 3, they needed it. Unfortunately, my Elgato started going, you can see it's going kind of cuckoo even here at the end screen, but you can see Nebraska did pull off the 79-74 win due to fouling, and you can see that the box score is kind of messed up because Elgato screwed me over here. Just, I guess it got tired. I was recording too many things at once, so 12 points, 15 boards for Marich, 18 points for Anderson. He was your player of the game. And in the next episode, we have 3 big games for you. We're going to be taking on Sacramento State, and this Sacramento State team is featuring the exact same roster as my good friend Craniac Gaming. If you're not subscribed to him, go subscribe to him. I'll leave a link in the description below. Make sure you leave a comment on one of his Sacramento State videos letting him know where you came from. He has a great legacy going on with Sacramento State, so we'll be using the exact same players that he has in his dynasty. I went ahead and renamed them in mine, so you definitely want to let him know where you came from. He's only 76 subscribers from 1,000 at the time of this recording, so help him out, as well as me, by dropping a like on this video if you did enjoy. Subscribe if you're new to the channel.
You're a pretty little star.